The Chicago Board of Trade grew up as wheat, corn, and oats were planted on the prairie.
There are other markets in the world, but nothing to compare with the Chicago Board of Trade.
The board's roots tap deep into the past and are intertwined with the development of the modern marketplace.
It's made a more dynamic market for everyone to participate in.
It's one of the last bastions of free enterprise in the world.
Chicago, 1837. Population more than 4,000. The new city had lots of needs: reliable transportation, local banks, and stable markets. Just 10 years after incorporation, as Chicago was already growing into an economic powerhouse, a notice in a local newspaper read, "Merchants and businessmen who are favorable to the establishment of a board of trade in this city are requested to meet at the office of W.L. Whiting on the 13th at 3:00 p.m. On March 13, 1848, frontiersmen, urban pioneers, industrial visionaries, inventors, fur trappers, and merchants packed into a room at 105 South Water Street.
Those early businessmen were some of the leading lights in the city, and 6 out of the first 20 mayors in Chicago were Board of Trade members, and I think that these gentlemen were just men of integrity.
Their timing was perfect. 1 week after the Chicago Board of Trade was formed, the Illinois and Michigan Canal opened. This man-made waterway linked the Great Lakes with the Mississippi River, allowing Midwestern goods easy access to Eastern markets. Chicago's goods and grains could now reach a worldwide market. To compete, the Board of Trade needed to be world-class, too. On February 18, 1859, the Illinois legislature passed a special charter for the Chicago Board of Trade. This allowed it to quickly resolve disputes between buyers and sellers.
That charter said that the Board of Trade was effectively its own court. If you have an institution that can move at the speed of commerce, that can settle disputes among merchants and transact quickly, that's a great advantage long-term for helping the business grow.
Self-regulation means that people that understand what they're regulating are involved in the process.
As a result, board judgments were considered final. Decisions could not be appealed to a higher court. Board members were held to high standards of business practice.
In Latin we say, dictum me impactum, my word is my bond. It's a wonderful place to do business because you can trust everyone. There's no contract, not even a handshake. There's just a nod of the head and acknowledgement you made the trade.
The trades are honored, and the next day, if there's any dispute, it's resolved between the two principals, and the business goes on. That's honesty, that's integrity, that's trust.